So, Joey, how old were you when you realized you wanted to get into acting?
I was probably in the 4th or 5th grade, doing some shows within my elementary school, and I remember a bunch of my friends got to do the 5th grade production of The Little Red Hen. And I was so bummed out that I didn't get to do it because I wasn't in the class that got to do it. My mom made a really awesome pig outfit for my friend. And I was so bummed out, and I went, this is stupid, why don't I get to do this? And they also got to do a Christmas Carol production that I didn't get to be in. I was very unluckily in the 5th grade class that didn't get to do any of the productions. And about that time, when in graduating to the 6th grade in middle school, I said, I'm going to start taking drama classes because I want to do this. And, on
So
top
how
of
did you
most...
get started?
Probably about in the 6th or 7th grade when I just was taking theater classes and was got asked to be in the 8th grade production of A Christmas Carol, and I was just a passerby and was really, really excited about that one. And the 8th grade production of Wind in the Willows where I was a weasel. I got to wear a great weasel mask. And that was the beginning of the end for me.
So, what's your favorite role that you've played so far?
I think my favorite role and the most fun I've had was sophomore year of college. Our friend Julia, who plays Crab and the Mater D, and a number of the other characters in a Harry Potter sequel and musical, directed a production of Last Days of Judas Iscariot, and I played Satan, and it was really fun. And a lot of the people, what's great about it is a lot of the people from the shows were in the show, including Darren and Nick and Lauren Lopez and who else was in that show? I think that might have been about it. But and we're all in that. That was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. It was also the first time that someone allowed me to play a cool villain instead of some goofy fool. So that was fun. Yeah.
I actually saw pictures from I totally want to see it. Is that available somewhere?
Julia at one point tried to put it up on YouTube. And it got
Last Days of Schmooda.
Yeah, exactly. It got she put it up as Judas Iscariot, and then it got taken down. Then she put it up again as Last Days of Schmooda Schmooda. And then she got contacted by Stephen Adler Gurgis' people who said, you need to write an apology letter to Stephen Adler Gurgis.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was really funny. So she tried to put it up, but
DVD of it somewhere.
Okay, so you'll mail me a DVD?
I have one copy that I finally got back from Darren
Still don't have it.
recently. Oh, I'm sorry. It's good.
I really want to see it. I saw what I saw it on Lauren's webpage. She has her reel.
Lauren is so good.
So I'm just I just really want to see that.
Yeah.
And
All
I
right.
really
Well, all I saw was obviously her clips, and I was just like, dude, I want to see it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's
What's
long.
your least favorite role that you've
My least favorite role? Damn, I don't want to shame anyone.
as you like it.
Yeah,
Dennis
I'm
and
just
As You
gonna
Like
say
It.
my least favorite role was Dennis in As You Like It. Dennis was the character. I had one line in an As You Like It show, and I think my line was, "My lord." Oh my God, I don't even remember the line. It was one line I had. It was a great show, but my role was stupid, I guess. I was.
all right.
I didn't even get to be one of the foresters. One of the foresters in the forest with a king. I was someone in the royalty in the court, and I got to wear a suit, and I had to get a stupid haircut. It was stupid. I think I said, "My lord, so and so is outside, and he's something access to you. It was a stupid word when I went, this sounds stupid, and that was my one line of the show. And I guess that was my least favorite role.
Awesome.
He obtunes access to you. It was a word that
I'm
I
glad
went,
you
this
remembered
doesn't
it.
make any sense. Okay.
Do you have a dream part that you want to play?
Yes. Well, not really. I guess in any show where I would like to play a role, I think the role that I would like to play in any Shakespeare show specifically would be Iago and Othello. That's like my role where I said I would like to do that. But other than that, I don't really have any other ones.
Do you want to continue with theater, or do you want to go to film and television?
After many years of training in theater, that's kind of where my heart still lives, I guess. And judging from where Team Star Kid's going to go after this, I mean, there's a foreseeable future in continuing to do theater and continuing to do original plays, which is so much fun. We all have a great time doing it together. So, and if we're able to make a career out of it, why not? But eventually, yes, I would like to base some part of my career in doing film, and I don't know, I maybe a little more in writing too, and I don't know if that's writing in regards to television or film or in regards to theater, but yes, I could see myself doing both, and I would love to do both. So,
Okay.
yes.
Well, you mentioned the future of Team Star Kid, so I have to ask, can you give any idea of what's going on? 'Cause
I don't know what I'm allowed to say or whatnot. There are ideas cooking up. There's a whole slew of ideas that everyone has for shows, both original and future parody shows. But yeah, I think at this point the goal is to ground the company in a place where we can send people to see our shows.
Bill Lang said that they're moving to Chicago.
Okay, cool. If someone said it, then yeah, I guess the plan is at this point, in the following year, I mean, I've got another year of school, Nick's got another year of school, and as do Brian, Ariana, a whole slew of people. But yeah, I think after we graduate, let's move to Chicago and start a theater company. It's a town that is more willing and open for new groups of theater, and I guess that's kind of what we want to do and start.
That's awesome.
I guess.
Are you part of that too, Nick?
I am going to be part of that, hopefully.
Nick, we all hopefully will be part of it. Hopefully, won't be working at a popcorn factory
Yeah,
or
right.
something.
Yeah. Alright, so in Me and My Dick,
Yes.
is Joey actually based on you, or his character is just...
Certain. Sure.
Totally based on
Certain parts are based on me. The story, I will say, is not based off me. There are attributes that they wrote. The character itself is, I guess, based off of me. When Matt was writing it, the original character in the 24-hour theater version that we did earlier, or a year before we did the first show. Wow. In the 24-hour theater version and in early drafts of the script, the character was just called Steven. It was just some kid named Steven, but when writing it, Matt said, I just started thinking, I knew you were going to play the part, and I just started thinking, and then Joey's going to do this, and then Joey's going to do this. Wouldn't it be funny when Joey says this, and it's just like, well, I guess we just might as well call it Joey. And then they started attributing certain aspects of myself at the time, of I wasn't in too good a shape, I guess, so I had a squishy tummy or something, and I guess my haircut looked like an old lesbian or something. It eventually became more and more like me, and the whole crooked jaw aspect, which is totally true, came more into play. So I guess more of the jokes and the character were actually about me, but story-wise, that's about someone else who I'm not gonna name. So yeah.
Alright, thank you.
No problem.
So, in a Harry Potter musical and a Harry Potter sequel, did they write Ron for you?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember back when we were doing, months before we did the first show, back in the fall, Matt had come up to me and goes, hey, do you read the Harry Potter books? I'm like, yeah, of course I do. And he goes, you should take a look at Ron Weasley. And it's that joke of, it's a joke like that Nick says in the second show. Ron, just the guy who's always there helping out. And I think that's kind of, I guess that might be the guy's opinion of me and how they see me in the shows, of just the guy who's old reliable, is always there to just help out. And I don't know, me and Darren are good buddies, and so there's that idea of, it's like me and Darren can be buddy. And all the characters in the show, too, are somewhat based around, I guess, everyone's opinion. They don't think Joe's